The sun is shining, the birds are tweeting, and Newcastle United are staying at St James's Park. Yes guys, welcome back to a new video. Big article coming out this Tuesday lunchtime from the Telegraph, an exclusive that Newcastle United have finally, after what feels like ages with Darren Eales talking about his feasibility study, the back and forth on will Newcastle stay at St James's Park, can they expand, can they extend, the continuous reports that Newcastle were potentially changing their mind on maybe we can't stay, maybe we'll have to move. Well, the Telegraph are reporting that Newcastle have now finished that feasibility study and have conducted that the capacity of St James's Park could reach 60,000 plus, and because of that, that's what they plan to do. That they plan and wish to now stay at St James's Park following the results of the study, to go ahead and try and make it that more modernised and bigger stadium to get more fans in, help generate more matchday money, and I've got a feeling quite a few fans will be very happy about this. Or maybe not. Let me know your thoughts down below. Were you starting to like the idea of maybe moving further afield or moving to a different stadium, or have you always wanted to stay where we are and, you know, hopefully win that, I was going to say first trophy, not first trophy, certainly first trophy for me, to see Newcastle win in that stadium where we have been playing for such a long time. It was interesting actually, because when it first came out, I read it as 60,000 capacity, which in my head obviously is an increase, but depending on what they do and what they have to do, potentially having to close stands for a period of time, I thought, that isn't a huge amount of extra seats. But if you actually go through, read the article, it goes on to say that really when, I think, well back when we did the last, you know, expansion of St James's Park with Sir John Hall, I think even back then the plan was always that the stadium could reach that 60,000, if not more. The article actually goes on to say that it can reach a dramatic increase of capacity over 60,000. So I think the 60,000 is obviously more seats so people get in. My only worry when I saw 60,000 was they end up closing the entire East Stand for 5 years while they spend ages trying to put in an extra 6,000 seats, you know? Whereas if it is dramatically higher than 60,000, you're talking 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, then that's where we want to try and get to. I guess the big question goes out is that big question mark. What happens next? Well, the article actually goes on to talk about the lease that's currently on St James's Park. So if you didn't know this already, and this was actually, I think, brilliant for us, especially during the Mike Ashley era, when who knows what could have happened, is that St James's Park isn't technically owned by Newcastle United. It's actually owned by the council, and Newcastle United lease the land or lease the stadium from the council. As I say, it's great news when you've got a potentially unpredictable owner who could potentially sell it and build houses on it, you know. But currently, generally speaking, the council have got it and they lease it out. So with just reported 70 years left on the lease, they reckon that really they're going to want to try and get that extended by quite a bit. If you are going to go ahead and spend a hell of a lot of money extending the stadium, you want to make sure that you have the security that you are going to stay there for some time. It does go on to say that it's not just obviously increasing the capacity of the stadium, but the ability to fully modernise the stadium as well. I think that's one thing that I think did catch the attention of a few people, because quite often the initial conversation is, how big can we make it? How many people can we get in? But then I think what actually caught up with some people was actually the bars could be, you know, I guess the luxuries of a modern stadium, I suppose. Generally speaking, when you're out there and you're watching the game, that's not really what you're bothered by. But I think it has potentially captured the imagination of some people as to what it could look like and what it could provide outside of just extra seats. Well, the article does dig into that as well, saying that Newcastle want to make sure it is one of the best stadiums in the country, and really make sure that it's not just increasing the size, but also the facilities and what the stadium can not just bring to the, I guess not just, because that's the thing, isn't it? It's the whole multi-purpose thing. It's not just the football anymore. It's what it can bring to the city. And I suppose if you want to go even down the route of football, but it's money as well. You know, there's new rules coming. Or it looks like there's been a potential acceptance of the Premier League teams that they are looking to change how FFP and PSR is going to be done, and it's going to be an 80% margin on max on revenue made can be spent. And this just digs straight back into this, digs straight back into the stadium, what can, what can't be done, and what extra revenue can be built on not just match days, but concerts and NFL or whatever way you want to look at it. They're trying to make sure that it keeps up with the team, and I guess the times as well. You know, Newcastle are a team that are trying to get Champions League, trying to get Europa League this season. We want to keep building on the pitch, and we need to try and keep up with it off the pitch as well. They're doing stuff like the stack, they're doing stuff like the sponsorships, like the Adidas. They want to make sure the stadium can keep up as well. But that's the thing, isn't it? It's the big question mark. Let's say we go and get this lease, we extend that. They're saying that it won't building probably won't start this year. It could well be next year by the time they actually get around to things. And I think the answer is they need to decide what plan they go with. That is one thing that this article does not fully go into, is this exactly how they're going to do it. We've got the metro station over at the Gallagher. We've got, and the fact that we've built the stack there now, and the stack is there for 3 years. So regardless of even if they decide that it will be the Gallagher they will look to extend, that will probably still not get the go-ahead for at least 3 years because of the fact that they've given the Strawberry Place land the 3 years of the stack. Now, I thought that was potentially, I think what Newcastle did at the time was made a decision quick. There can be an addition for the fans, can be addition for the stadium as it was as the fan zone, but it also buys them a little bit of time because 3 years is going, oh, well, we want to extend on it, but we've made that decision now. We've now got to wait a little bit longer. Could that actually be the plan over that end that means we're going to have to wait? Or have they found a weird and funky way to go ahead and increase the East Stand as well? I mean, it's going to be, I'm excited they're staying where they are. I mean, that's how I'll probably start pulling this video and end, as I'm happy. I appreciate the pull of a nice, shiny new stadium, but its location. The thing that I could have got on board was if we could have gone down the Leazes Park route and made a deal where we can build a stadium there, or do like a half build there and stay in the location. It's the location, it's the city centre. It's where it's always been. It's where I want it to always stay. But in order to do that, you're going to have to come up with some pretty cool plans. And I think they will have to be pretty cool indeed. Again, going back to my very start of this video, if John Hall had the ability to what he believed to do a 60,000 seater stadium back then, even back then, it was exactly the same with the road. It was exactly the same with the listed buildings. What new methods has this feasibility study found that can, as said in the article, dramatically go higher than 60,000 seats? You let me know what you think they're going to do in the comments, because I cannot wait to find out. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you are enjoying this little bit of sun. Hopefully, there's more of it coming this summer. Thanks for watching. As always, plenty of videos on the channel, so if you're not subscribed, be sure to if you're still watching right now, 8 minutes later, and you haven't hit the red button, hit it for me. It helps. Very close to 50,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.